this episode we take you with us to what we think is the most stunning part of Fakarawa. The atoll that we even think is among the prettiest of the atolls we have visited here in French Polynesia. We're also sharing some things that's not so easy to talk about outside your house or home. In the previous episode, we enjoyed the north part of Fakarawa.
Little paradise here.
And we even got to see these amazing nurse sharks on close hold. Now it's time to see more what this beautiful atoll can offer. It's not that far from north to south inside this atoll. However, looking at this from a smaller perspective, it's quite fascinating that the distance is actually almost 30 nautical miles. And it's almost like being in a shallow lake inside this atoll. And talking about lakes, and to put things in a funny perspective, the second largest inland lake in Norway would fit inside this atoll with quite good margins. Even though the navigation inside here is pretty straightforward, there are some traps in terms of thick long ropes only a meter under the surface. This can give you quite a surprise. And the fairway is full of pearl farming gear and ropes. Then you have coral heads, reefs and boomies. So again, the shortest route is not for us. We would need to sneak along the beach side where there is another fairway. And even on this route we will pass a place that we need to pay some extra attention. This is one of the situations I'm really thankful for Starlink, making it possible for me to run Google Maps live in combination with built-in GPS on the phone. And right now we are passing a coral head or reef that's not on the map but visual on satellite images. So even though 30 nautical miles is not that far, it's far enough with these poorly mapped waters. Not that many yachts here given its high season, and we are at the most popular and famous location. The Wall of Sharks is only a short dinghy ride away. I believe it's difficult to better visualize my fascination for atolls than this. On the outside it's 1500 meters deep that fast drops to several thousands of meters. On the inside of this pretty narrow barrier it's shallow waters, and where it drops to 1500 meters on the outside it only drops to 15 meters on the inside. No wonder Fakarawa is one of the most popular atolls here in the South Pacific, at least in French Polynesia. And finally, we got the feeling how we picture it would be inside a remote atoll in the middle of the Pacific. Simple, pure and stunning sceneries. Hello! Hey! And in the middle of the Pacific, I find a Norwegian boat, Manana.
Welcome on board.
Thank you! Little piece of Norway. Not often I meet Norwegians doing charter, but I think this guy have nailed it. A perfect platform for his business and adventure in a perfect location. Hard to beat that combination, and also something rare as a Norwegian sailing a catamaran. It was no doubt both the owner and the guest were having a great time here.
I haven't decided yet, but I think we'll go back to Fakarawa and go to Wow.
Okay.
Do you look so nice with the Norwegian flag back behind you?
That's a real one. It's not broken so
Yeah.
much. You can take an example.
We will come back and steal it tonight.
We change it for our ones.
Hasta la mañana! Great hospitality and lots of good energy. But it's time for a swim and sundowners at our own beach. Also, at the moment we do have some serious talk and some challenges we need to sort out on our own. So it's fair to say we are not exactly in the party mood right now. Even though we can decide what to share, having a lifestyle where we share everything in videos, it can sometimes feel like living in a house without roof, windows or doors. Our challenge right now is that we are getting closer to Tahiti, and we need to be realistic about the future and if it's even possible to continue with the challenges we have had and still are facing. Polynesia is remote, but Be Free is in the near future sailing towards even more remote and primitive locations. This is forcing us now to make a decision, as Tahiti could be a place for making a change. These discussions are of course putting a lot of weight on our shoulders at the moment, and it's hard to not use the cliché that it's not always sunshine in paradise, but this is the reality. Another reality that always will dictate and sometimes even change your plans no matter what is the weather. It's some serious weather approaching from the north, meaning staying here at the south will be pretty unpleasant, as the waves have almost 30 nautical miles to build up before it reaches staying here. Our time frame is a bit limited by our visa for Polynesia. We also have to start planning our next steps towards Tahiti and beyond. I don't take the risk exiting through the South Pass, as it would be too small margins on my side. So we have to go back north again and prepare our exit from there. Unfortunately, leaving lots of adventures undone here. We made it back just in time to enjoy the sunset at our favorite place here at the north part of Fakarawa. It's not only navigating Be Free around here that's a challenge and sometimes needs extra attention. Even a dinghy ride here can fast get expensive if you don't take it slow and do your eyeball navigation. Luckily the water here is so crystal clear, making it easy at least when the sun is up. So yesterday the electricity was out and they don't really know when they're gonna get electricity back here. So that's of course a challenge going grocery stores, and we were shopping yesterday. Unfortunately they could not take any cash from us and not even credit card. So, but here they trust people, and they said, well, you can just take your groceries and come back tomorrow and see if we can get the payment through them. So that's how it works here. So now G is in the store trying to settle our bill. We also managed to get a little diesel and have now stocked up a bit for a relatively short sail to Tahiti. Only waiting for the weather window and the storm to pass, as we now are moving towards a more unstable region weather-wise. From Tahiti towards Fiji it can be rough, as it's often receiving quite a lot of winds and weather from New Zealand. But first things first, and that's Tahiti. Meaning we have some time to explore and enjoy more of the northern part before we leave Fakarawa behind for now. What do you think about this?
About what? What is
It's gonna... No, but this. Look at... The north part of Fakarawa is almost as beautiful as the south part, and we really love this atoll with the crisp clear water and nice beaches here and there. We even found our own very private beach, meaning clothing were optional. Another thing this picture perfect scenery don't tell you, the water is cold. At least from us still not declimatized from the Caribbean. Thank you all so much for watching, sharing and subscribing. A special thanks to all the amazing patrons supporting this channel. All the best and hope to see you all back here next week.